Welcome to Clouds WTF. But first, let's have a news flash. In breaking news, we've got some live images in from Wiltshire. Eyewitness to the creation of this beautiful crop circle in the sky, JJ says, 1 minute it wasn't there, then poof, it was. Perfect example of creator art, she says. Whereas skeptic Avery says he witnessed his nan creating it with what? This guy's not being serious, right? So, for the benefit of you millennials, I was going to describe my experience when I was growing up. Yeah, born in 1978. 80s was my childhood years. I remember lying right back for hours on end. I was a daydreamer as a kid. I used to spend hours looking up at the clouds lolloping around and gently nudging each other from place to place, you know. I haven't seen a cloud lollop since 1999. Now, they're kind of more, there's a more geometric feel. There's often a movement in unison from every single part of the cloud. I mean, it never used to happen. The clouds started to do the loop in front of my eyes from about 1999. I mean, and then, as a kid who loved maths, you know, I used to be quite boffin, hands up, maths boffin, when I was at school. You know, loved geometry and angles and cosine, all the rest of it. But when I was cloud gazing, I always remember, you see, this is really nice to have this as well, so different to anything, any maths. I mean, I've never once seen a right angle in a cloud. Well, these photos are taken on one night in London. If, as a child, I'd seen that, I would have made a collage out of it and taken it to my teacher. There's no doubting that. Before then, it's important for you to know some more information about a project called HARP. HARP stands for the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Programme. So HARP began life in 1993. Its stated aims were these. The ionosphere is defined as the layer of the Earth's atmosphere that is ionised. It stands at between 80 and 1,000 kilometres above Earth and is important because it reflects and modifies radio waves used for communication and navigation. Initially, the funding was provided by the US Air Force, the US Navy and the Defence Advanced Research Projects Agency known as DARPA. Why would the American military want to fund a research project into the ionosphere? It really makes no sense at all. HARP's first move was to construct this, the Ionospheric Research Instrument, which is a high-power radio frequency transmitter operating in the high-frequency band. The purpose of this instrument was to zap a specific area in the ionosphere and, quote, excite it. And then the chemtrailing began. So myself and millions of others became concerned when contrails changed from being tiny little lines out of the back of a plane to being huge grids crisscrossing the entire horizon. So I did some research and I trawled all the servers of all the major institutions, and I found, thankfully, in 1997 a report written by Mr. Minnis of NASA identifying the trails as a threat to national security. The report was titled Extremely Concerning Persistent Contrails. So I hurriedly wrote to him and asked for more information. This was the response I got. Thanks NASA, ever so helpful. My claim as to the purpose of the HARP programme is as follows. To create a weapon so horrific it has not yet been used openly. But let me tell you, weather has already become the weapon. At the start of the recent California wildfires, these are some of the recorded images. So goal 2 is to display the relevant chemicals into the sky that create a tear in the reality of time and space. Through this tear, aliens from a parallel dimension have been moving through. Before you turn off saying this guy's a nutter, let's have a look at some of the footage I have detailing my position. Firstly, they're the peculiar shadows left by the chemtrails in the sky that seem to maintain their position despite the clouds having moved off and the sun having changed position. Now have a look at this footage.
What in the heck is that?
Taken just months before the military mysteriously withdrew all of their funding.
What is that? Are you guys seeing this? What is this?
Now it starts off in a normal way, like a normal chemtrail, but moving very fast, until this happens.
There's something weird going on the eastern horizon. Western horizon. Is that like a missile or something? What the heck is going on? Oh my gosh, what is that? Oh my gosh, I don't know. It looks like a missile or something. What in the heck is going on? This is something I've never seen. That is crazy. What is that? What is going on? Yeah, I could talk about it. I have no idea what it is. Yeah, I'm rolling on it. Oh my gosh, what is that? What is that? Holy cow.
Essentially, your guess is as good as mine what on earth is happening here. But what on earth is happening here set off a few more of these. But this time they belong to the military, who withdrew all of their funding. I want to finish off this information section on HARP with a quote from Professor Dennis Papadopoulos. He says, "The Air Force neither likes, wants nor appreciates the unique value of HARP. While users from several federal agencies, laboratories and universities, and friendly nations such as Canada, Britain, Taiwan, South Korea, Sweden and Norway are eager to use its unique resources, which would ultimately spread American influence and leadership." And welcome back. Some more creator art for you. This time a beautiful angel crafted in the clouds. Eyewitness JJ says, "Isn't it such a beautiful example of what nature can do at its finest moment?" Whereas Crop Circle skeptic Avery says he witnessed it being created by 5 men, a ladder, a handkerchief and a hoover. What? You decide, folks. You decide.
casa vindo por esse cemitério São Jorge. Pela penacinada, ainda não encontrei até agora. Essa mídia, ó, em formato de novo. O relantejando só dentro.
And we're going to leave you tonight with some images of some more beautiful crop circles in the sky. Enjoy. So what have we been considering today? We looked at the HARK project and its supposed goals and ambitions, and put forward a couple of ideas of our own. That in fact it may already be used to weaponise weather and create a tear in time and space which has allowed UFOs to creep through, and they're now hiding painted amongst our clouds. What do you think? Let me know in your comments and feedback please, and please subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with any further doings on Lozosphere. Good night.